Nicole Spohr for Simon Says Stamp, and today we're going to talk a simple background technique showcasing components from the Simon Says Stamp September 2026 card kit. We're going to start with the gorgeous background image from the Simply Shabby stamp set included in this kit. I have a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch panel of sage cardstock that I'm going to stamp with white pigment ink first before we do any of the rest of the decorative elements for this card. I love this crackle background. You're going to find so many uses for this gorgeous background. Next, we're going to take the Morning Glory Vibes embossing folder included in the kit, and we're going to take our background that we just stamped with the crackle, and we're going to roll this through our die cut machine to get that fabulous texture. Then I'm going to take the Emerald Rainbow Splash cube ink included in the kit, and we're going to rub this over the raised areas because right now they're a little bit hard to see, and this is going to give us that wonderful layered effect background. So background stamp, embossing, and now a little bit of inking to touch those raised areas. Look at how that instantly transforms the background. It is so simple and easy, and cube inks make this even easier. I highly recommend using your cube inks with this technique. Now the crackle is in the background, and we are ready to die cut our Morning Glory Vibe florals out of some of the white cardstock included in the kit. I'm going to go ahead and die cut 4 of them for our card today. You can do as many or as few as you want, especially if you want to pop these over the Morning Glory florals on the embossing folder. I'm going to use mine more as a supporting cast. Then I'm going to take my white die cut florals and we are going to position those in the wells of our Morning Glory Vibes embossing folder to get that gorgeous embossed effect. It is super important that you get this because we're going to use those raised areas to draw attention to these gorgeous florals. So next I'm going to roll that through and we're going to end up with the wonderful texture to our flowers. That 4th small flower, I am going to do that one as well. Sometimes I do find it easier to just do a few at a time. I probably could have gone ahead and done all 4 of these, and I have to look and see where does this one match up. So it does take me a minute to find it, put it in there. Oh, that must not be it. Oh, that one is. And roll that then through. I'm going to grab my 8x8 tacky mat from Simon Says Stamp. I love this for holding on to my paper while I do any inking techniques. And we're going to grab those coordinating Morning Glory Vibe stencils and add some ink to our florals. Now I pulled Petunia and Pansy inks out of my stash and a little honey. And I almost went to inking up my flower and decided let's go ahead and do the flower center first so we can make sure and avoid it. So I've taken the coordinating stencil, added my honey ink, and now I'm taking my blending tools and we're going to apply the Petunia color all the way around my flower, trying to avoid the flower center as much as possible. So just getting in there and getting that color laid down to transform our white cardstock into a beautiful lavender flower. Then we're going to take a smaller blending brush and some Pansy ink and using more of a flicking or feathering motion, more like what you would use with a alcohol ink brush or something similar. I am going to kind of feather that from the center with my small blending brush, almost like I'm coloring this, truthfully. And that's going to give us some wonderful detail to our flower and texture. And on the areas that are embossed, it's going to hold that ink a little bit more. So it's naturally going to make the center of the flower a little darker. We are then going to take our next stencils and add ink to them. A couple of my flowers have flower centers showing that honey color, a couple do not. I'm going to stick with my Petunia and Pansy ink colors throughout my card here today. So inking part of my flower Going in with that Petunia ink, but we are going to go back to the smaller blending brush now, and I'm going to feather in my dark areas, and it's really going to touch into that great veining. And then we will grab the next part of the stencil and do the same thing. It gives you a little more control, and it's a really fun way to color in your florals, especially if you maybe don't like to color with other kinds of markers, watercolors, tools, etc. Okay, after we have our color added to this flower, look how gorgeous. These will fade just a little bit as that ink absorbs and dries into the cardstock, but we are going to still be left with that wonderful texture. We're going to do our smaller open bloom. I'm going to line up the center and add my honey color ink. And then we're going to grab the floral shape, line that up, and of course ink up this flower as well with Petunia first and then Pansy around the center. For the small flower, we're going to ink it just like we did for that second bloom, so that we have a total of 4 blooms for our card today. And again, just going in that center and pulling out that dark color from the center out, trying to avoid the yellow. And there is our beautiful little bloom. So pretty. So let's go ahead and go in. I'm going to add a little more yellow. I did get a little purple in the center, but I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. So we're adding that last flowers color, same thing. You'll notice up in the top right corner of our screen that there is a die with leaves in it. This is a set from my stash. This is called Arching Leaf Border, and I love this set. This is the individual leaves from that set and not the arch itself. I decided my florals needed some sort of greenery or leaves for how I'm going to place them on my card, so I did pull this set out to die cut those individual leaves and leaf clusters from some Simon Says Stamp Shimmer Vellum. Then taking the slate cardstock included in the kit, I am taking an A2 notched rectangle. This is the third smallest rectangle from this set. I've die cut my cardstock, and then I'm going to stamp one of the sentiments from our beautiful Simply Shabby stamp set. I'm just going to kind of lay them out there, see which one I want to use. I think Hello Friend. I love the size and the combinations of fonts on these greetings. They're absolutely spectacular. I'm going to prep my cardstock with a powder tool first, stamp this with my Simon Says Stamp clear embossing ink, heat emboss with white embossing powder for that bold white greeting on this slate gray cardstock. I'm a huge fan of slate cardstock as opposed to maybe a black. You still get that nice dark, very moody, very nice contrast, but without maybe being as harsh as a black cardstock would be. After we have that, we of course are going to heat emboss. This is going to be the sentiment, or kind of, I want it to look like a sign almost against this beautiful background with crackle and the embossed florals. And we are going to kind of quote unquote rough up the edges with the Pumice Stone Distress Oxide ink from the kit. I love this because we can wipe it along that direct to paper technique and kind of give it a weathered look, which is exactly what I want. And that is going to soften this little sign perfectly. We're then going to put some foam adhesive on the back of our greeting and pop it up onto our card front just like this. Once we have our card placed right where we want it to go, that's when we can start adding our florals around the sign. I'm going to start with my 2 largest leaf clusters from that shimmer vellum. And we're going to tuck one down below, and then we're going to layer some of our florals on and under. So I'm going to start with one of my bigger flowers. It's going to overlap the sign a little bit and the florals. We'll place our second trio of leaves along that top edge. Then we want to add, kind of at that alternate corner, the smaller open bloom. And then we're going to place the 2 other blooms down below. And we're going to layer in addition to those blooms, additional vellum leaves. What I love about using vellum for the leaves as opposed to green, we're not really incorporating another color. You can see through it a little bit. It's soft, it's elegant. I really love vellum leaves. I always like how the texture they add to a card design. We're going to tuck a few additional leaves into that as well. Once we have our leaves and blooms in place, I will put the entire background panel into my splatter box. And we're going to splatter the entire thing, blooms, sign, background, with the gold splatter from Simon Says Stamp. I love this splatter. I think it adds such a beautiful shimmery effect. You could also choose to use silver or white if you wanted, or even black, maybe if you wanted to do something a little more dramatic. I like the little touch of gold. And I want to make sure I get some of this on my vellum, kind of all over really, on my blooms, and it's going to dry pretty quickly. Once my entire panel is dry, I am going to glue this to a white A2 top fold card base to finish the design, and that is going to finish my card showcasing the Simon Says Stamp September 2026 card kit. The supplies I used to create my card are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube for your convenience. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hi, I'm Heidi, founder of SimonSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.